Welcome, Mobile Freedom Enterprisers. I know many of you are thinking, what's this guy, nuts? How can you put the tremendous Google LG Nexus 4, well, you know, it's the least expensive Android, but in my opinion, the best Android out there, better than a Galaxy S4. You know, the Galaxy S4 has full of gimmicks. You know, who the hell needs to be waving their hand in front of the freaking phone? It's so many gimmicks like that, just ridiculous. They're stupid, and they're made for stupid people. People that think, you know, I'm sorry, you know, it's no offense, Samsung, but the Galaxy S3 was the champion of all the phones and really took down iPhone, because iPhone just sucks. If Apple doesn't come up with a really amazing operating system to blow away Android, they're done with. That's the bottom line. Because here, let me turn this off. Because the Android is just far superior. But like I think I was saying on another video, that the Apple is just, you know, this is a 7 or 8 year old operating system, and it's done with. It's the same old crap. You can pick up a 3G or the first iPhone and see the same icons. You know, the iPhone 5, wow, you get another row, wow. Can't believe it. You know, the Retina display is impressive, as always. You know, that's the one thing that I love about the Apple. But you get the the Nexus 4, excuse me, a long day at work. The Nexus 4 with, what is it, 320 ppi, and it's very, very comparable. You know, the Retina display has something to it. There's an edge, even though, you know, the PPIs might be more on another phone, but you know, this one's way up there. It's beautiful. I love. Look at the size of the screen. This is, in my opinion, far superior to the HTC One, which only has three icons in a row when you look at the apps. Okay, look at this. This looks huge, massive. You have 5 apps going sideways and all those going up. But now we have this contender, which this is what the video is about. Is you know, look at that. You can see the flicker of the less expensive. You know, this is a $140 phone, guys. So you see the flickering there? That's something you don't see off camera. Okay, and that does affect your vision. Read about it. Don't know if it's true, but take a look. Let's see. Let's look at some detail here. Okay, let's go to. And here you have to back up to close. Well, the beauty of this is you can hold the back key and see all the apps that you've opened, but they aren't active, so they don't take up any memory. So they'll reactivate once you click on it, which is genius. That's why this phone is constantly just flying. You know, the flicker looks like crap on the video. Okay, so let's do a search for Engadget. We'll use Google on both. Engadget. Okay. Engadget. It's right out of the box. What's going on? Something's wrong with the Nexus. Look at that. You a little nervous, Nexy? Huh? A little nervous in front of the camera? Engadget. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're on the same page here. Let me get a little closer here. Excuse the flickering of the Nokia. That looks terrible on camera, but if I could change the setting on the... Actually, this is on program mode. Let me pause and go back. Okay, change the setting on the camera. It was on program. I had was using it for some other things. You still see a little flicker, but not as much. Alright, great. So we both got to Engadget here. Both phones got Engadget. Now let's take a look at the page. A lot faster with, not that much faster with the Nexus. Let's take a look here. See how fluid these are. Now let's take a look at the PPI here. Can we tell with the camera if there are any major differences? Take a look at the first one here. Can we make out that photo? You know, a lot of you think this is a stupid comparison because obviously the qualities of the screens are much different. But I just want to give you an idea of, you know, is it really that big of a deal? You know, this is a $140 phone or a $320 phone. You know, look at this. Come on. You know, this is far more compact. It's bigger than an iPhone, smaller than a Nexus. I'm loving this so much more. Not for these reasons though, but I'm just, you know, this is what a lot of people care about really. What I care about is fluidity, ease of use. You know, somewhere in between the lines of the Apple, because this is the bottom line for me. You know, Apple does a great job with ease of use. So this phone is for your average Joe, your old lady, women that aren't into technology and could care less about gadgets. It's easy to find, easy to do. You know, you have no hidden treasures on this one. On the Android, you have tons of hidden treasures. You know, great for someone who loves technology and wants to take it to the limit. Okay, you know, I think the age bracket goes between, I'd say, 20 and 30s, the 20s and 30s, mainly male. And this is what I say really, I take the hat off to, is the fact that this is really truly made for adults. This is for your sophisticated adult. Because if you look here, you have this simple screen, which at first, when I first saw it, I thought, my God, what are they doing? Wasting their time. They're going to go under. But actually, just so much more effective. There's no need to go from screen to screen to screen and create these little boxes and complications. You know, I have a business, I have 6 kids, I have a wife, and tons of issues constantly happening in my life. This phone is just doesn't do it for me anymore. It's over. I loved you, Android, but I'm moving on. Windows 8 is my thing because it's a great cross between both operating systems. Ease of use and little hidden treasures, which this has plenty. You know, the fact that you can put your tiles on the main screen of everything that's important to you and get to it so quickly. Look at this. You know, this is a dual-core processor, 1 gigahertz, and it runs like it's a 4-core. Love it. Love it. And it's nice to see these tiles. Now, let's get to the sound quality. We'll test it out on the phone, but, you know, you'll really see the difference inside the vehicle, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But let's take a look at the sound quality. Now this is resuming from wherever I was at earlier today. So that was open. Now I'm going to go to an original tune. My original tunes. I'll pause here for a second, come right back with you. Okay, here I have a song, an original tune. I'll play it first on the Nexus. I chose it because it's one of the louder tunes, very heavy, and you'll hear the sound quality of the speaker. That's the wrong tune. Now I'm sure you can tell through the high quality mic on the Canon. Very tingy. And here is the Nokia. It's a deeper frequency response. This thing has a much better amplifier than the Nexus. And as a musician, I love that. I hate to have a phone. You know, the Nexus, never did I use it as an iPod player in the car. Because it was just the low volume levels, very tingy sounding. And the Nokia is just awesome. It's truly amazing. It's so easy to use. I mean, you download apps. Now, you know, the reason why I finally was able to switch and try this out is because a lot of apps are appearing now on the market, on the Windows market, which is great. And whatever company has not come out with an app for Windows, I've written to, I've called, I've stressed to them the importance of, you know, Windows app for this phone. And they say they're working on it, or they're doing what they can. I truly hope that Windows 8 takes off, because, you know, one of the other major things, you know, I have lots of kids. I'm always taking pictures of my kids, and they instantly appear on the computer. You know, through SkyDrive on a Mac, or basic over-the-air updates, not updates, I'm sorry, just uploads to the Windows computer. And, you know, I'm an Apple fan when it comes to MacBooks. But the Windows 8 desktop as well is fantastic. Now let's compare some dimensions here. You know, here you have your clouds, but you got to upload it and you got to access the cloud, and the cloud's kind of it just seems like it's not it's not personal enough for me. I don't trust it yet. I don't think it's a good format. Oh, looks like, let's switch this around. I don't think it's a good format for you know, uploading your own private photos yet. I just don't feel comfortable with it. But anyways, look at this. If you look at it from the side, this is barely thicker than the Nexus. I'll flash the dimensions on the screen. But if this has a removable battery. You know, I can't stand the white. Why didn't they come up with a black as well, or at least sell the backs? I would pay, you know, whatever they want for the back just to switch it. Can't stand the white. But I did do the matching white home screen, you know, which is really cool, because you can, you know, customize this. And I'm looking through the camera, which is kind of weird. But you go to theme here. I can make this dark. Changes the look of it completely, and, you know, depending on my mood of the day, if I feel like crap, well, you know what, I want a crappy looking tiles. You know, boom, there you go. It's just awesome. Love it. And these live tiles are just killer. You're constantly changing. It's just really nice. Okay, but anyways, let's get back to taking off the back, and let me show you. I ordered the high capacity battery, and you don't need a separate cover for it. I think there's a 1350 milliamp battery. It's backwards here, but if you take a look, the phone's actually a lot thinner. It's like they knew that you would go ahead and order higher capacity battery, but it's not from Nokia. It's one of these Chinese batteries, so I have to wait about 6 weeks to get it. But if you see here, the battery's nowhere near flush the rest of the phone. And then the actual cover has a little, excuse that, I was experimenting, if you see my other video on the rubber covering. But they have a little cushion there to fill in the space of the gap between the battery and the back of the phone. But this doesn't come out anyways. It's nice and stuck in there. So you have your extended memory, which is great, goes up to 64 gigabytes, and your micro SIM card. Here's a speaker, which is, I love the sound of this thing. And let me tell you, there's nothing like a Nokia phone. They are the true innovators, and they're the beginning of what mobile phone was all about. Back in the day, the 8820, remember those Nokias? They were just fantastic, and the sound quality of this is amazing. It's like having that person in the room. Speakerphone quality. I don't even need the Bluetooth in the car anymore, because you try to use this on speakerphone, forget about it. It sucks. They can't hear you, you can't hear them. This one, you plug in through the headphones, through your stereo. You have 300 watts of, unadulterated, clear voice signal, and they hear you perfectly. Their sound suppression system, whatever they use, is fantastic. And another thing is when you always get in the car and you're charging. If you have the headphones hooked up to the stereo, you'll hear this terrible buzz on the LGs, the Samsungs, HTCs. Not in the iPhone. The iPhone does a great job of that, and also their amplifying system that they use, whatever it is. But since I love Android, I hated that. I never used this for music because you plug in and it's. I'll give you a little demonstration of that in just a little bit. But the form factor of this phone is just this material here. I've dropped it once and there's absolutely zero scratches. This is some kind of carbonite plastic, and it has a satin finish, so you can't really. You'll never see any scratches on here. I don't know what to do. Look at that. That's beautiful. The Nokia, the shiny Nokia piece. Just little touches like that. But let's get it in black, guys, or gray, and give us some selection of colors. Here are the keys. I love these keys. These soft keys, same ones used on the Nexus, are genius. If you see my video on the HTC One, you have this flush key. You can't even feel it. This is a little bit too flush for my taste, but it feels great. It looks amazing. Super high-tech design, very nice, very classy. This is more your sporty look, but it's curved inward in the back and fits really nice in the hand. Gone are the days. I have big hands. I have really fat fingers too. So, but gone are the days that I'm worried about typing errors. Let's take a look at that as well. If you look, create a message here. One thing I love about this, let's say the fox ran quickly. I'm not even looking. Well, it's in Spanish. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. It has spell correction in Spanish too. Let me turn this off. The fox ran quickly. To catch the rat. Zero errors, but I was trying to make an error here. Even trying to make an error. Look, the spell correction is just genius. All right, it's difficult to. Let's see. Okay. So I just typed some gibberish, and you can continue typing gibberish, and you'll have, the option. Okay, some weirdness in here. You'll have the option to go back, just like in Microsoft Word, to go back and click on it. And, okay, it says here it's a new word. You want to add it. Obviously not. But you'll have the option to go there, and it'll give you suggestions. See, those words look like nothing, so it's not going to suggest a word that really doesn't make sense.